studio with us tonight, Scott Bakula. Scott, I got you a Christmas present here, Scott. Here.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Unwrapped toy. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, unwrapped. So we can, well.
Let's keep that out of the toys for Todd's bin.
Yes, let's put it back where it belongs.
My producer, Michael Steele, bought these two, and they bought them separately, and he sewed them together all last night. You know, you could have...
The boots. He sewed the boots on. The boots. It didn't. You can't have a bear in a sheep with no boots. It's just the code of conduct is somehow destroyed. Anyway,
Scott Bakula, Men of a Certain Age, shows back on TNT tonight. Also, Jets and
some other
and Patriots, two best records in the NFL. What do you think people are doing right now?
Really, that game's on tonight?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard anything about it.
They're going to launch the second season.
Yeah.
On the night where the two best teams in the NFL are playing.
I'm expecting a lot of people to TiVo the game and then watch us live. That's what I'm thinking. And then watch the game afterwards. If it's any good. And,
But is the show driven more to women or to men?
Well, more women are watching it. That's the party line here is that the closer comes on first. Everybody loves a closer, and a lot of women watch that. And then they stay with that audience, and they come and watch us. They just stay away from that stupid football game. Let the men watch it in the other room, and TiVo it for the men, or DVR it, and then the men watch it, tomorrow or the next day.
How about this argument? Let the Neanderthals watch the football game. And the true man, the modern man who's in touch with his feelings and his emotions, come in and join the ladies for a mature watching of Men of a Certain Age.
I like your thinking. I think it's current, it's correct, and it helps us.
It's really unpopular with the fellas right there. I mean, I can expect to be punched in the face soon. But
even better, have any women that are listening to this, propose this to your man tonight. That instead of the game, if he really loved you, he'd sit and watch Men of a Certain Age.
Or if he wants a little action.
But that's a no-brainer then.
Dinner,
come on,
Men of a Certain Age, and then action. I mean, that's dinner, that's after dinner activity, and then it's...
Right, and the men are going,
Or come to bed...
Let me think about it. Really?
Come to bed with beer breath after watching the football forever and then the whole
Forget about it. Yeah, I think that there are going to be a lot of women going to bed alone tonight.
The show is a great show. It's very progressive, but I can't imagine. Did Ray Romano come up with this, or did Ray's wife come up with this, or was it a collaboration? Because it's men really dealing and talking and sharing feelings. And
I think Ray's life came up with this, really. I think he quotes his wife a lot, so I think she's in a lot of the show, invested in a lot of the of some of the female actresses and some of their comments that they make. Anna's a very, very funny lady and very dry, and she gets Ray, and so he has a lot of funny stories about her. Ray and Mike Royce, I mean, they're stand-up comedians, and the comedians' look on the world already is skewed and stilted and somewhat messed up. So they've just taken that and just thrown everything into the show, and it seems to be working.
Your character, Terry, is a guy's turning 50 years old. He's... As Ray has him on paper and in the show, he's the guy who's into the boom and the zoom. He's sleeping with girls in their 20s. He's an actor he's just kind of a loose guy.
Yeah, he has no responsibilities. He has no mortgage, no kids, no job. He had a temp job in the first season. He worked in an accounting firm so he could audition, so he could be free for auditions. Because you never know when that big break's going to come along at 49. And so he's a hopeful guy, and he carries that attitude and it seems to work with him and women, and he's a very non-discriminatory kind of when it comes to women. He's very happy with almost anybody, and he loves women, and he's very clear about letting them know that I'm not into anything serious at this moment, and if they want to then come and play, then he's good with that.
Yeah, I have a friend who had a great run with this and finally got married at 37, but he was very honest with the women, and for some reason they were like, okay, because of your honesty, I will give you sex with no strings attached, and he would collect it. Collect sex like it was dust.
So really, this is a based on true kind of a series, and my character really.
There are guys like this guy.
There are. They base my character actually on a guy that they know who wrote with them on Raymond, and he's very proud of it. So he's still doing it, and It doesn't work for me. It's never been a part of who I am as a person. So people
But
say, "How are you like your character?" I'm like, not really. I kind of always like to get into a relationship and explore that relationship, but not Terry.
You've been married for 14 years, so this clearly isn't you. But is it fun to look on the other side with the grass? Is it greener over there just for those hours that you're shooting?
It's very much fun.
Yeah.
It's very much fun. Ray now has decided that he wants to sleep with all the women that I've slept with on the show. That's season 3. If we get picked up, he
His
said,
character does
I'm
everything.
gonna sleep with all the women that you slept with. I'll show you. And then he thinks about it. He says, I don't know about that. But yeah, that's what he wants to do.
But how much? I mean, it's got to be. Does your wife bust your chops when you come home and she's like, "What'd you do today? Lay in bed with 3 20-year-olds?"
She doesn't bust my chops, but she's an actress, and so she basically understands. We have conversations about it, but we've been doing this a long time, and you kind of understand what it's all about, and you try, and it's work. But if you have a scene where you've got 20 minutes to nail the waitress from Norm's, where you had just had lunch, before you have to get back to work to sell cars, that's a pretty good scene. And the scene opens, and all you see is her foot above the couch, because we don't have time to get to the bed.
No.
And most of our clothes are still on, but you make do.
Scott,
How was your day today, honey? Well, I had 20 minutes anyway.
Oh, it's so good. Scott Bakula, Men of a Certain Age, tonight on TNT. Question about the girls. You're 56, you're playing 50. Would you, in real life, could you see a 25-year-old girl and say, she's hot? If I were single, I'd hit that.
Let me go to the crystal ball here for a second. I could say the following. I could see a 25-year-old girl and say she's hot. I could not say I'd hit that. And although my friends who are doing that still call me then say, I don't know, it's just not working out. I said, really? And you have no clue as to why it might not be working out. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not working out. But no, I have a 26-year-old daughter, so it just kind of.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a couple of my daughter's friends are actresses, and I've kind of dreaded the possibility that one of them would get cast as one of my.
Oh, God.
Then what do you do? Do you have them fired?
You say, yeah, I think you do. I think you do.
Yeah.
And say, I'm sorry, and then you work really hard in getting them another great role somewhere else, and you don't rest until it's done.
Okay, I like that.
And you
That's
call
a good
all
answer.
your friends, you say, Ray, everybody, we got to get this girl an equally great gig somewhere.
Do you pay
but
for that?
I cannot mount her. It's just wrong. It's not good.
It's not even that. It's like you're tonguing your daughter's friend.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me. And I guess though then, would you pay for them for the money lost then?
Yeah.
I mean, really, you could, because the agent's saying, well, Scott can't. You're not going to get this job. Everybody wants you except Scott.
Yeah, but you would go to Ray and say, Ray, recast her in a different role in the show, please. I can't do this to her. And her hot friend, who doesn't know my daughter, cast her in this role. And you just move around hot girls and you're fine.
Okay, all right. I may have to.
To what's livable.
Yeah. Well, sure.
You have to live with yourself, Scott.
Exactly. So I'll let you know if that ever happens.
Scott Bakula, Men of a Certain Age, TNT tonight. Also, Golden Globe winner for Quantum Leap. I've heard Quantum Leap is going to be a movie. Is this true?
They're working on it. That's what I've heard too. But we both heard the same thing.
Oh, could you be you again, or would you do a cameo?
I don't think I could be me again in the world of filmdom that we live in. But I joked for years that as they were talking about making a movie, that if they didn't get around to it soon, it would be Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson or somebody like that. And of course, that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And Dean and I are going to be sitting in the audience with a bag of popcorn. But I hope that they get to make it. I hope they do. Don's writing it, so Belisario, he created the show, and he's the one who should be writing it. And we'll see what happens.
Oh, it's great. Scott, thank you so much for
My
coming
pleasure.
in. Men of a Certain Age on TNT. Funny stuff. Thank you.
Thanks,
Real
Billy.
stuff.
Really funny stuff.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm this is important for me.
You're a punk.
I need to know.
Not for a long time.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.